Have you ever opened a book expecting a simple mystery, only to find yourself unexpectedly caught in something deeper? Something that touches old memories, stirs buried emotions, and reminds you of the strange and beautiful ways life brings people together. That's exactly what happened when I picked up Richard Osman's The Impossible Fortune. You think you're stepping into a puzzle about money, secrets, and danger, but the real mystery becomes the human heart. The choices people hide, the regrets they carry quietly, and the surprising second chances life offers long after you assume the story is over. Before we go any further, here's what makes this book worth your time. It gives you humor, but not the empty kind. It's humor grounded in survival, in resilience, in people who have learned to laugh because life has already broken them and built them back up more than once. It gives you suspense, but not the manufactured sort. It's tension growing from old wounds, unresolved relationships, and hidden motives that shape who these characters have become. And most importantly, it gives you characters who feel startlingly real. Older, wiser, flawed, tender, stubborn, and full of life in ways many books never bother to explore. By the end of this video, you'll understand the emotional core of this story, the richness of its characters, and why it stands apart from almost every other mystery in its category. I'll also share my personal reflections on what makes Osman's writing so special, and why this novel, in particular, lingered with me long after I closed the book. And trust me, there's something in this story for everyone, no matter your age or background. Now, let's walk into the heart of the story together. Plot 1. The Quiet Town with Loud Secrets. The story opens in a quiet British community filled with characters who have carved out simple lives. But like many small towns, appearances are deceiving. Beneath the routines, the casual greetings, and the polite smiles lie years of unresolved emotions. Some characters are hiding regrets they've carried alone for decades. Others are living with guilt they've buried so deeply they can't even speak of it. And some simply feel forgotten, by society, by family, sometimes even by themselves. This emotional stillness is disrupted when a hidden fortune unexpectedly surfaces. No one can explain its origin, its purpose, or the intentions behind hiding it. But its existence sends shockwaves through the community. Suddenly, people are forced to look backwards, toward moments they'd long tried to forget, choices they never fully processed, and relationships that were never properly mended. Plot 2. The characters who hold the story together. Richard Osman is a master of character-driven storytelling, and this novel showcases that strength beautifully. Instead of focusing on traditional detectives or polished heroes, he invites us into the lives of older individuals who carry complex emotional histories. These characters feel real because they are real. They remind us of our grandparents, our neighbors, our old teachers, or even the people we might one day become. Each character brings something different to the story. Some are brave but quietly grieving. Some are funny because humor has always been their shield. Some have spent years trying to redeem a mistake that still follows them. And some are only beginning to admit the truths they've denied for far too long. The beauty of this cast is that no one is one-dimensional. No one is defined by a single trait. They're flawed, resilient, affectionate, stubborn, brave, insecure, and all of those qualities matter to the story. Plot 3. The Mystery of the Fortune. The mysterious fortune is not simply a plot device. It becomes a symbol, a representation of everything these characters have avoided confronting. As clues begin to emerge, the mystery becomes more personal. It's not just about tracking the money anymore. It's about understanding the emotional threads tied to it. Osman slowly reveals the truth behind this fortune through interactions, confessions, and unexpected discoveries. The origin of the money exposes old rivalries, forgotten betrayals, and moments of desperation that shaped lives long before the book even begins. Each revelation is not only a twist, it's a moment of vulnerability. The money becomes a mirror, forcing characters to see themselves clearly, perhaps for the first time in years. Plot 4. Found Family, the heart of the novel. While the mystery drives the plot, the relationships drive the emotional impact. As the characters band together to uncover the truth, something beautiful happens. They become a family. Not a perfect family, and not one formed by blood, but a family forged in shared secrets, shared fears, shared meals, shared mistakes, and shared courage. Some characters rediscover joy they didn't know they'd lost. Others find acceptance in places they didn't think to look. Conversations that begin as light banter slowly evolve into moments of profound sincerity. Stories that were once private become shared burdens. Osman's portrayal of aging is especially moving. He shows that growth, healing, and new connections are possible at any age. This found family dynamic is the emotional heartbeat of the novel. It reminds us that we all need people, no matter how independent we pretend to be. Plot 5. The climax, where truth and emotion collide. The climax of the story reveals not just the truth about the fortune, but the emotional consequences tied to it. Osman doesn't rely on spectacle. Instead, he delivers a resolution that feels human, messy, honest, and deeply moving. Some characters must finally tell the truth about who they once were. Others must accept that forgiveness is the only way forward. And some must choose between holding on to the past or stepping into something new. The ending doesn't wrap everything into a neat bow, and that's what makes it satisfying. Instead of perfect closure, Osman gives us believable closure. Healing where possible, acceptance where needed, and hope where least expected. What makes The Impossible Fortune special is its tone. Osman has this rare gift. He can take ordinary people, that is, people society often looks past, and make them feel heroic, brilliant, and deeply human. He writes older adults not as jokes or burdens, but as complex characters with entire lives behind their eyes. What impressed me most is the emotional balance. The humor never undercuts the sadness. The sadness never overwhelms the lightness. The mystery never feels mechanical. Everything works in harmony, creating a story that is comforting yet thought-provoking, tender yet thrilling. This isn't just a book you read. It's a book you feel. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which themes resonated with you the most? Aging, redemption, friendship, second chances? Which moments or characters do you think would affect you the most if you read the full book? And here's a deeper question. Do you think the fortune brought justice or caused more pain? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read everything. If you enjoyed this breakdown, explore more videos here on the summary shelf, where we dive into books not just for their stories, but for the human truths they reveal. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned. There are many more journeys ahead, and I'd love for you to experience them with me.